Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero and welcome to Koko, which is a horror game where you meet or are possibly captured by a monster girl. And it's up to you to find out if she has good intentions, or if she possibly is just gonna eat you in a non-flirty way. Strange and fantastic creatures have always appeared in our history books. Were these stories true? I've always grown up in a small town quite far from any civilized redoubt. You know, technology wasn't very abundant and we filled our imaginations with stories of the people who came from the city. Are they monster girls? I never got to see any of those creatures listed in books and stories. I grew up, and together with the other children of my small town, we left the place to look for a better life beyond the old horizon, and we found out that the city sucks and we couldn't afford anything. I never gave importance to the subject of those who are semi-human. Despite news of a murder incident from time to time, the town where I grew up was always quite safe. So I'm curious if this is going to be a situation where the monsters live amongst people and they're accepted? Or if they're still like a legend or what? For my part, I opted for a life in the nearest city. An acquaintance did me the favor of finding me an accommodation in that city, so that I would not have to bother myself with so many tedious things. Just go, find my new home, and unpack my belongings. But typical of a clueless noob, I ended up getting lost in its streets. The sun began to set, and wretched me, before I knew it, I was in one of those neighborhoods that were called unfit for humans. Neighborhoods not fit for humans. Just like it sounds, as far as I knew, they were places exclusively for monsters. Okay, so there is monsters here, but they live in certain areas. So this actually kind of feels like a familiar premise. I think there's quite a few monster girl, guy kind of things. Usually like the monsters kind of like live in like another area. Many times people who ended up in those places, according to what was said, did not return. Perhaps they're the kind of places where criminals were sent as food to keep both sides of the society happy. No. While it is true that many of these creatures are civilized and try to behave like us, many others are not. And there I was. I'm also going to quick note that I believe English is this creator's second language? I could be wrong. I believe so. I haven't really seen anything off, but if you see something, don't be too bothered, that's probably why. I entered the streets totally tense after seeing so many different and disturbing shapes to my inexperienced eyes. Their curious looks and slashing were evident, but everyone kept a certain distance. I decided to cut through a small tunnel when I was surprised by a screeching and serious voice. Are you an owl? Ooh! Heh! Ooh! Ooh! Oh, that's kind of owl racist. You! Are you new here? What are you doing at this hour in a place like this, sis? What appeared to be an owl man emerged from the darkness. Inside me, I thought I was going to end up like one of those people who disappear on these streets, and obviously I went into a sea of nerves. Are you friendly? Are you lost? Are you coming alone? The truth is that I came to visit, and I was looking for someone. But a little lie didn't seem to satiate the curiosity of that man. I tried to express myself calmly so as not to seem like easy prey. No. Don't worry, boy. I'll help you do. Come. No, it's just that I was leaving. Thank you. No, come with me. I can't let you go. The creature grabbed my arm as he tried to make me follow him to a place further away from the light. I went into a slight panic when... Let go of the boy. He is with me. Right at the exit of the tunnel, a figure appeared that at first glance seemed human. A woman. What are you supposed to be? You've got like cracks all over your body. Sadly with your fingers, I thought of salad fingers. But when my vision settled down, I was able to notice a disturbing detail that broke with the merely human tune. The woman's fingers were extremely long and thin. They weren't fingers. No claws either. It looked like a mixture of both, as if they were a set of dry branches. Didn't you hear me? He comes with me. Come here, honey. I see, it's you, Koko. In that case, there's no choice but to look for something other than to take me to that stomach. That being, half owl let go of me, and walked away as if he had completely lost interest in me. Wait, stomach. Yes, you're getting eaten, in a non-flirty way. Come here, young man. Don't just stand there, or someone else other than me might be interested in you. Oh, you're interested in me. How you doing? Want to shake? Wait, no, maybe we shouldn't shake hands. I approached her almost as if she were a ship searching for a lighthouse in the night. Well, what is it? Oh, God, you blink. It weirded me out for a second. I was like, whoa. What is a human doing in the neighborhood of the beast? Well, I just came to town for the first time and well, I got lost looking for my apartment. Maybe you could tell me how to get out of here. Do you know what this address is? From my pocket, I took out a piece of paper with the address written on it, innocent of me waiting for her to help me. You're pretty rude to someone who just saved your skin, don't you think? You're right. Excuse me. Well, what's your name, boy? I'm Seiji. I came from a town that's in the mountains. That owl called you Koko, right? Nice to meet you, Seiji. And yes, my name is Koko. But I'm afraid you won't be able to get out of here. At least not today. Have you seen what time it is? When night falls, that's when we monsters are most active. You're pretty innocent. Thank you? I did not know the intentions of that woman. Although she had an intimidating aura, she seemed to be quite friendly. So, maybe you could walk me to the safest place for the exit? Obviously, I can pay you and... No. Suddenly, his refusal had a sharp impact on the environment. I can't go with you today. I couldn't make sure you get out of here in one piece. What options am I left with if not? Die in a corner? Don't be pessimistic, dear. I'll help you. Oh, we're already moving on to you calling me dear. My house is next door. You can stay there tonight, and tomorrow I could do you a favor in accompanying you. Your house, but... and... Before I could finish the sentence, I heard footsteps nearby and roars about to enter the tunnel. But is it very far? No, dear. It's near here. We are going now. The thing behind you doesn't seem to be in a very good mood. Sure, please. Koko hit her elongated fingers a little and took my hand. Nice. We were already on hand-holding. We walked for a couple of minutes until we stopped in front of a door, and we went inside. Make yourself at home. Despite being where I was, this room seems quite cozy and normal. Yeah, I mean, you think the monsters all live in dungeons? It's a new age. They like the comforts we do. They like TV, they like fridges to store their human meat. Are you afraid? Just like us. Afraid? I gave a little kick to myself when her voice broke the silence. Yes, fear. You look scared. Not at all. Do you know that we can smell fear in lies? No, you can't. You're bluffing. Oh, It's a joke, dear. Yes, you are innocent. I can't tell if you're legitimately laughing or if you're just hiding your sharp teeth or something. I'm also trying to figure out what you are, like I said, because you have cracks all over your body. So is your human form dissipating, or is that just to look cool, or what? Is this your first time seeing our kind? Wasn't there more like us where we used to live? There could be a yokai that has long fingers and stuff. I know there's the ones the long necks and long this, long that. No, it's a little child. I heard some little anecdote, but I never thought that. I don't know. Yeah, don't worry. I can imagine what you mean. Sometimes we surprise each other. Although sometimes the monsters are not us. Those words from Koko seem to have a painful story behind them, so I tried to avoid asking more questions than I should. I mean, you could just be like I said, just Cool monster girl, creepy. So, are you hungry, Seiichi? Well, yes, after walking all day I have an empty stomach. Fine. Leave that to me. I'll prepare something for you. Oh, no need to bother you. Before I could finish the sentence, Koko turned around and started pulling things out of the cupboards. Thanks! While Koko was busy in the kitchen, I took a moment to take a closer look at my surroundings. The house seems quite neat and clean. It doesn't look like a place where a non-human being lives. There you go again, okay? This is a new age. We have skyscrapers now. Well, comparing Koko to that owl from before would be a bit unfair. In fact, what kind of monster is Koko? Thank you. From what I've seen, she has small marks on her face and hands, perhaps the rest of her body as well. And of course, her hands are not normal, specifically her fingers. From what I gather, her true form is the one where her hands look like a garden rake. Wait, wasn't there... There was a monster called, like, a rake, right? Yeah, it was a really old creepypasta, actually. I mean, nothing really special about it in today's standards, but... She could be the rake. Because it had longish fingers? Not that long, but, you know, creative interpretation and all that stuff. Does that mean she's keeping her true appearance to a certain extent so as not to scare me? It didn't take long until Koko's voice called me. The food is ready. We both walked over to the chairs and got ready to eat what Koko had quickly prepared. So, do you like it? I looked at what Koko put on my plate. It didn't look too bad. I will say your, like, body cracks are kind of moy. I took a small bite to test the flavor, and to my surprise it tasted better than it looked. Don't be afraid. I haven't put poison in it yet. Yet? Don't be deluded, Seiichi. It's a joke. Koko's pleasant and sincere laugh echoed in the room. It's going well so far, I think. Maybe. It was something. Nice to see her smile in such a human way. And good, you like. Oh sure, it's very good, I like it. Thanks for taking the trouble of even giving me some dinner. Don't worry, Seiichi. It is a pleasure for me to have you here. As Koko told me that, I looked at her plate. It was visibly smaller than mine. Aren't you hungry? You hardly have any food. I'm fine. I don't usually eat too much. We both kept a slight silence while we ate. Tell me, Seiichi, how was the place where you come from? I dropped my fork on the plate and proceeded to answer. Also, if you're curious, I do believe this is actually, I think it's a multiple ending game. Like, there actually are going to be choices and things that are going to be coming up soon enough. Could be wrong, but that's my assumption. It's not like a complete linear visual novel. Well, it's a small town in the mountains. It was always a very calm and safe. Interesting things never happened. There wasn't much technology either. The most modern thing we had was a car that we used to go shopping at the nearest market. I see. The way you put it sounds like a pretty nice place to grow up. Yes, it certainly was. Me and the rest of the children used to play in the streets without worrying about anything else. The only dangerous thing was a small leafy forest in the outskirts of town. Our mothers used to scold us every time we got close in case we got lost there. Since some children said that's something that could catch you, the adults, however, said it was only a wild animal. It's normal for a mother to worry about her children, right? I took the cutlery again to finish my dinner, after asking Koko a question. And what about you? How was your childhood? Have you always lived here in the city? Do you have a childhood? Like, or do you just come in existence? Me? As a child, I did not live here. I lived in a place with many trees near the city. I grew up alone with my mother until she abandoned me. Yeah, I think you are the rake, because the rake was in trees, right? It was like a forest. Well, I'm sorry to ask you these things I shouldn't. No, don't apologize. Among beings like us, it is normal for these things to happen. Sometimes our primal instinct overrides our rational one. Foreshadowing. By the way, Koko, what kind of, well, being is it you? Let's say I'm a spirit type. I also saw that your fingers can return to a normal shape, right? Yes. I can keep this shape as long as the previous one. But you know that my true appearance is not exactly this. So, are you afraid of my hands? When I found you in that tunnel, you were trembling with fear. No, actually, the hands, I can work with that. I coughed to clear my throat. Cough. You know, that owl was holding me tight, and I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I wasn't scared by your hands or anything like that, really. I see. And what were you doing in that tunnel, Koko? I was just coming home and listening to that weirdo Hugo. Hugo? Is that what his name is? I did not know. But since he makes those little sounds, I tell him Hugo. He never seemed to complain. You mean you call him Hugo? I let out a small laugh at her comment. Well, I think it's time to pack this up and get ready for bed. Don't you think? Yes, you're right. Let me help you. Thank you, Seichi. You're so sweet. The two of us begin to collect all the dishes from the table in the kitchen. While you finish cleaning that plate, I'll go make the bed, okay? No problem. Koko went to the room. As she squeezed the sponge and felt the water running from my fingers, I noticed a detail. I've only seen one room. I guess I'll sleep on the couch, and I'm not complaining at all. Oh, no, you don't. You know what Koko intends. After all, Koko is being impeccable with me. I must think of some way to thank her. The bed is ready. You can lie down wherever you want. The bed is ready. You can lie down whenever you want. I'll go take a little shower. And don't worry. Now when I'm done, I'll get another bed, so you can use that one. Thanks, Koko. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Koko across the hall to the bathroom. I guess that's all for today. I'm dead. Hopefully not literally, but probably, considering I have to go for all endings. Too many strong emotions for one day. I went straight to the room to find my bed, just as Koko instructed me. I guess this is where I'll sleep, but I don't know where Koko will do it. You don't know where Koko will sleep, I'm assuming you're trying to say. Oh, a double hit. I lay down on the bed totally exhausted, thinking that at least I would rest for a while until Koko got out of the shower. I closed my eyes and began to review today a little, and everything that happened in such a short time. I'm in a pretty big bind. I feel trapped in this place. Surely now I understand that it is not suitable for humans. Koko... I wonder what kind of person is she? But, as kind as she seems, she's still a monster. That's not a big deal, right? Suddenly I heard the light go out. Koko? I got no response despite hearing footsteps in the room. I opened my eyes. Hi! What's going on? As my eyes adjusted to the darkness, I could make out the female figure of Koko. She wasn't in her human form. She could see the silhouette of her long fingers like branches on a window. The shadows she cast could be enough to scare a child. Seiichi. Despite the darkness, the brightness of her eyes was so intense that it was enough to feel how it pierced my soul. Seiichi, are you awake? Koko, why did you turn off the light? Because otherwise, for sleeping. But there's only one bed. Actually, I was going to ask you, but... I got awkwardly out of bed. I'm going to sleep on the couch. Excuse me! No, Seiichi. Oh god. I could feel her long fingers gently digging into my skin through my clothing. Koko pushed me against the bed. I was as scared as I was mentally blocked from knowing what to do. Seiichi. Yes, Koko? I opened my eyes again after the blow. I don't want you to sleep on the couch. In fact, I don't want you to sleep out of this bed. It's more, I don't want you to go away from me. Well, you move a little too fast. But my head was starting to spin. What was happening? Why was Koko doing this? Was she going to kill me or do something to me? You are shaking. Koko forcefully gave me a deep hug. I could see how the shadow of her hands looked like spider legs on the bed, and that disturbed me. I was actually wondering if she was a spider at first. Maybe she might be, I don't know. Are you afraid? Of course I'm scared. I haven't stopped seeing monsters since I got to this damn place. You don't have to fear anything, Seiichi. Koko pressed me against her chest and held my head, so I wouldn't turn my face away from her. Do not worry. I will protect you, darling. Koko? My strength began to fade quickly. Sleep well, Seiichi. I cannot hold it any more. I fell into a deep sleep and woke up the next morning. I take it we're not going to be able to leave. And that's a good thing. Koko, hi. I began to regain my consciousness little by little. Oh, Koko, is there someone... Suddenly the door opened and Koko appeared. What's up, Seiichi? Have you woken up yet? Koko. Koko looked at me as though nothing out of the ordinary had happened yesterday. What happened last night? Last night, you were just tired and scared to death, so I decided to let you sleep in my bed with me. Is that how she sees it? It's true that I was scared, but... I didn't do anything to you, did I? No, I was able to actually rest, although you might have taken my heart. So how about we go out for breakfast? The food will get cold if you don't get up. I got out of bed, somewhat dazed by what happened last night, and Koko walked me to my seat. Yeah, so it's not too bad. I've seen like a few spots where the translation's a little bit funny, but it's nothing where you just can't interpret what they're trying to say. I sat down in my chair, and Koko began to serve me my plate. This actually is made a more recent game. That one they're actually, because this is their first real one. And I think they made something that's a bit more advanced that came out recently. But I decided to play this one first. Because it has a monster girl, to be honest. Here you are, darling. I have made it expressly for you. I hope you like it. Oh, we moved on to darling. Or were you already calling me darling? No, you were calling me dear, right? I don't remember. Thanks, Koko. Seeing the plate full of food, which looked good, I felt that somehow she went out of her way to please me. Go, eat. I started to eat while my head was still spinning about what happened yesterday. However, since I'm still in one piece, if she didn't hurt me, I guess I shouldn't be misjudging her. After all, she's protecting me and being very kind. Hey, Seiichi. Yeah? I have to go run some errands and I'll be out for a while. Would you mind staying here alone? I take it I can't leave? But yesterday you promised me that you would accompany me to a safe place. Yes, I'll do that when I get back, okay? And don't you think it would be safe for me to go out in broad daylight? The way I got here, there shouldn't be much of a problem. No. Absolutely. Koko witheringly cut me off speaking. You must not leave here, or some evil monster might harm you. Trust me, nothing will happen to you. After saying this, a knock was heard behind the door. Yo, it's Amazon. I go. 1 second. Would you mind clearing the table after you finish your breakfast, Seiichi? Of course, do not worry. Fine. Thank you, dear. Koko got up from her seat and went straight to the door. I'm okay with this. I continued to eat breakfast but couldn't help but glance at who or what might be coming for Koko. I was curious as to what I should expect outside. The door opened. Oh great, it's a praying mantis. I'm dead. I could see the very tall and slim silhouette. It was some kind of bipedal mantis, or so he thought. Since just seeing his dark eyes, I felt totally frightened. My survival instinct kicked in. I couldn't say a specific reason. It just made my blood run cold knowing I could be at the mercy of such a creature. We should go now. Wow. Is it that late already? Excuse me. I'm already dressed and I'll catch up with you. Go ahead without me. The man had a hard time speaking in an understandable way. Although Koko seemed to understand him. Maybe she was used to talking with it. Our eyes met and I froze in fear. Do you mean him? Koko turned around and flashed a gentle smile at my side. He is a guest. The man made a noise in response and backed away from the door. Yeah, that's right. Upset? Were you interested in Koko? Too bad. She likes humans. Hopefully she does not get eat me, though. I'm going to change for a minute. I nodded as I composed myself from what I had seen. A few minutes later, Koko left the room again. Will you be a good boy and stay here waiting, right? You just called me good boy. It won't be long, so don't be impatient. You've already seen what awaits you if you cross this door, right? Oh, yeah. Fine. That's what I wanted to hear. Koko came up to me and gave me a hug. At least those long fingers are good for hugging. Oh, and don't hang out in the windows too long either, or someone else might see you. I stayed silent and Koko left. Before I could digest all of this, I heard the click of the latch on the doorknob. I was definitely stuck here. Listening to that sound, it was like listening to my prison sentence. What am I supposed to do now? Just wait? I crumbled between those four walls. I can't stay here doing nothing. I must think of something. What could I do? Think of a way to escape. Let's try to go to a band ending first, because I'm smart. I think the sensible thing to do is get out of here. It's easy to say, but I can't help but remember what's on these streets. Bugs. But I can't sit idly by. There has to be something, anything. I think the most sensible thing is to start by looking for a logical way out. Like windows. I went to the window and looked quickly outside. I did not want many to notice my presence. There was enough height to jump. Going down with a rope could be an option, but clearly I don't have it. Another option. The door! Well, yes, just go over to the door. I ran over and looked at her. It was locked up, it didn't open. I didn't expect anything else either. If Koko doesn't let me go, I'll have to manage to steal the key from her. I am completely blank. I don't even have a phone to call out. What am I supposed to do? I started to give up and started looking around the kitchen. Suddenly I heard movement outside in the hallway of the building. I went to the door to listen as much as I could. Knock knock, it's Knuckles. So I've actually reloaded. I'm going to check the other option and then we'll kind of go back to this option as the route I will focus on. Check the surroundings. I think it would be best to check this side in case I find something. Where do I begin? Bathroom? I'll go to the bathroom. It's the only place I haven't seen yet. Well, where do I start? I checked the drawers as a sort of utensil that would be useful to me. I feel like a pervert, but I searched every corner, any. Makeup, beauty products, scissors. There is nothing very... Can I take the scissors? There's nothing very remarkable, but it may be useful in the future if necessary. Maybe those towels can leak out the window in the worst case, or those scissors to defend myself. I decided enough was enough and went back to the main room. I couldn't get too much. Maybe I could do something better. There has to be something I can do. I started to give up and started looking around the kitchen. Okay, then this is where it branches back in. Let's go back and check out the bedroom. I'll go to the bedroom and start there. I go to Koko's bedroom and start by taking a look at everything. I check the drawers and the shelves. There was nothing, and for a moment, I felt quite immoral for doing it without permission. My search paid off when a small book or notebook that looked like a diary came into my hands, so this is probably the more proper choice. It's from Koko. Should I read it? Hell yeah! Read the diary. Forgive me, Koko! I opened the first pages and looked curiously at the lines written there. Your handwriting's kinda iffy, by the way. It looks like a normal diary, I think. I looked at a few pages. September 6. I miss. I haven't seen him for many years. I miss. I miss it. I miss it. Looks like she was in love. I kept reading. Today I went back to the forest. At the bus stop was that girl. She alone. She was a threat to him. I did what I had to. I did what I had to. Why are you making me do this? Why does everything have to work like this? I just know it will be worth it, I know. After all, I just follow my instinct. I looked at the next paragraph. Today I was able to find out much more. Influence is a good weapon when you need to pull the strings. Soon he will be back. As soon he will be here with me. I will go look for him in person. Although he will believe that will be a coincidence. But nothing in this world is. Not if I can do something. Are you talking about me? It seems like a fairly normal diary. Maybe I should have controlled my curiosity. Oh, that's not normal! I mean, it's got a little creepy writing on it. But I can't read it all right now. I put it back where it was and closed the drawer. I decided enough was enough and went back to the main room. And then we're gonna check out the kitchen. Yeah, okay. And here we are at the door again. So I've actually decided, I changed my mind after seeing the diary. I'm gonna stay on the diary route. Because I don't think it's gonna make a major difference in the ending. I think it was more of a lore thing. I could be wrong. Come on, open up. It was a female voice. Apparently it didn't seem like it came from something in a terrible way. Where'd I put the spare key? Should I get her attention? You should save the game, that's what you should do. Ask for help or just stay listening. Ask for help. I will risk asking for her help. I have no better option. I mentally prepared myself for the worst. Hey, anyone there? Hello, are you okay? Hello, are you busy? I need your help. No, I'm not busy. What's wrong? Are you Koko's friend? I am or not, I don't know. The thing is, I can't get out of here. Get out? Exactly, I'm a human. Oh, that's a big mistake. I got lost in the city yesterday and now Koko locked me up here. Even though she promised to escort me to a safer place. I think she's Koko for Cocoa Puffs. I know I'm asking too much for you, but please help me. There was a small silence. Tell me, what's your name? My name is Seiichi. Okay, Seiichi, calm down. I'll help you get out of there and get rid of Koko. Do not worry. First, you have to keep your distance from her. Not trustworthy at all. So my suspicions are correct. Is she planning to do something to me? Why would you trust the person for the door? She's probably holding there to eat you. Or who knows what. Understood. We have to find a way to get you out without alerting Koko. Or else who knows what she can do to both of us. What do you propose? I myself will accompany you to the safest exit or place. But until then, I think I hear footsteps nearby. Seiichi, I will contact you again. In the meantime, I will think of a way to help you. Wait a sec. Hold. The girl on the other side ran away. If Koko is coming, I have to get away from the door. I didn't even have time to ask her name. I walked away from the door and sat on the chair, while appearing to be bored waiting for her. So Koko is not to be trusted. After all, she will hurt me. Here she is. Okay, we're gonna save, and we're gonna go back in that choice again. So what happens if we just stay listening? I decided to be cautious and not attract attention. This damn door still won't open. There was silence, and that bothered me. Hello? What was behind the door came up and spoke directly to me. Koko, are you? I should say something, quickly think. Hi! My voice came out a bit shaky from my nerves, but I tried to sound relatively normal. Who are you? You are not Koko. Are you a friend, perhaps? Something like that, yes. Koko went to do some errands and now I can't go out. Could you help me? Get out. Is the door also broken? No, but Koko left and locked the door. And I have to go now without knowing how. Weird. Why would Koko lock the door? I don't know, ha ha ha. I could feel a small awkward pause on her part. Tell me the truth. You're a human, am I wrong? Shit. Why do you ask? Don't talk nonsense. Don't be a jerk. Do you forget you're dealing with monsters? Obviously I can distinguish the scent of a human, and you reek of fear. That's a lie, that's a bluff. Okay, I'm a human. I just got lost and Koko helped me by taking shelter here. But now I can't go out. You see? It wasn't hard to tell the truth from the start. And don't worry, I have no intention of hurting you. Yeah, you do. Holding on to those last words were the only valid option I had right now. What's your name? Seiichi. My name is Seiichi. Okay, Seiichi, listen to me carefully. I'll help you get out of there, but don't trust Koko, okay? Why shouldn't I trust her? You listen to me. Just keep your distance from her and avoid doing anything weird to you. Nothing weird. Those words just made me remember what happened last night. Ah, it was fine. I hear footsteps on the stairs. Maybe it's her. I must go, but fear not, Seiichi. I will come back to help you. So it's kind of the same outcome in the end here. Hey, wait, I haven't asked your name yet. Before I could learn more or ask her anything, she ran off. If Koko is already arriving, I must pretend that I behaved well, I suppose. I walk away from the door and stand on the chair while preparing to be bored waiting for her. So I'll go down this choice. Seiichi, I'm already here. Excuse my little absence. Have you missed me? I actually have. Well, unlike Seiichi here, I'm perfectly fine with this situation as long as you don't eat me in a non-flirty way. Hi, Koko. Have you done what you had to do? Yes, darling. I had work-related issues today, but I said I'd take the rest of the day off. So, can you take me to where I belong now? Where do you belong? That's a good question. Where doeth I belongeth? And where do you really belong, Seiichi? Well, the answer's more than clear, don't you think? I know, but... does that mean here, with me, you couldn't have a place? Whoa, you're moving fast. You pretty much already put a ring on my finger. I wasn't quite sure what she was referring with that. I mean, you've seen that I have no intention of hurting you. Or do you think so? Unintentionally, I stayed silent and unable to deny it. Why don't you want me to go? I do want you to leave, if that's what you want. But I don't think it's a good idea to do it now. And now why not? You haven't had lunch yet, have you? Until we find our way back, it could get dark and dangerous for you. How to find the way back? Didn't you say you knew the way? Yes, I know. But what assures you that we do not encounter problems along the way? We have to take a detour or something similar. I think the safest thing for you is to stay here with me for a couple more days. That's fine enough with Manly here. Come on, Seiichi. Listen to the voice in your head. And after that, eh? My tone of her was beginning to be one of noticeable anger and annoyance. While you wait here, out of harm's way, I will find a quick and safe route for you. I promise you. You must trust me. At that moment, the words of the woman from earlier came to my mind. Don't trust Koko. She's Koko for Cocoa Puffs. This video is not sponsored by Cocoa Puffs. But they should pay me. It's okay, you win, I'll wait. But it'll take too long, please. I won't. Trust me. It is a promise. I chose to agree with her and follow the advice from before. Pissing her off or making her suspicious of me wouldn't be a very smart idea. I guess the most sensible thing for now is to wait for that girl to help me in some way. Or I can think of some other way, of course. Hey, Seiichi. As a reward for your patience now, I'll make you lunch, okay? Sure, thanks despite everything, Koko. You're welcome, darling. You just rest and relax. Koko went to the kitchen and began to prepare lunch. Your face with no creepypasta monster GF that makes you food. I sat for a while on the sofa and watched a bit of television, but decided to go back to the bedroom to lie down. Koko, I'll lay down for a while you finish up in bed. Doesn't bother you, does it? Oh, of course not, Seiichi. Go. I'll let you know when the food is ready. Do not sleep. I'm not going to sleep, I'm just going to get some rest. And snoop. I got up and went to the bedroom, closing the door behind me. I lay down and began to wander a little my thoughts as usual. Maybe after all I will fall asleep for a while. Seiichi. Koko? What? Oh, that day. You're not afraid? That day when I was a child and I got lost in the woods. You should fear me. I still remember it. I found a girl crying, lost like me. After all, you... Perhaps that encounter was a stroke of bad luck. What is your name? Or maybe it was the opposite. You and me, someday. Seiichi. Oh, so it's, It's a childhood friend route. Ho ho ho! So I figured the diary is about you, because she said, like, it's not a coincidence you met. Maybe the owl even, like, was working with her, like, hey, owl, like, you know I'm a vegetarian, Koko. And it's like, alright, I need you to act like you eat meat. Go scare this boy. He's my childhood crush. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna swoop in and save him. It's like, oh, fine, I'll act like I'm a carnivore. You know, not all of us owls, eat meat. Whoo. I wonder if that's the voice outside. Okay, so they mentioned we got to protect you from a girl. At first I thought it's like some yandere thing, right? Like, maybe there's another girl, she's gonna kill her or something, I don't know. But maybe it was a monster girl stalking you, right? When it's not Koko. And that's the one that was outside the door earlier. Maybe. We'll see. Hello? Where does that voice come from? The wall. Seiichi. Neighbor? I opened my eyes and stared at the ceiling until I was done waking up. Why did that memory come to my head just now? I feel like I forgot something. Was the voice from before also part of the dream? Seiichi, the wall. The wall, ah. I approached to put my ear on it. Seiichi, it's me, Miroku. Miroku? Are you the neighbor? Sorry, I was half asleep. Yes, I'm Miroku. I forgot to tell you my name before. Sorry, Seiichi. It doesn't matter, Miroku. After all, you deigned to help me and listen to me. You don't have to thank me, Seiichi. I just do what anyone would do, don't you think? Anyone is a very vague word, considering that surely more than one would want to devour me in this area. Well, I feel like we were talking for a while. I should adjust this a little bit. Listen, today I'm going to visit Koko to see you so we can assess the situation and how we can make you escape. Today? Thank you, Miroku, and I'm sorry you have to bother or even risk yourself because of someone you don't even know. If you can get out of Koko's ugly long claws, you'll have a chance to thank me. Until then, hide from her and let everything go as normal. If we need to talk, we'll do it this way. See you later, Seiichi. What? Wait. She leaves again without giving me time to add anything, right? Well, I'll hear her words and wait for her to come visit Koko. Oh, what's up with me, honey? Oh, hello, Koko! That scared me. Almost got us talking through the wall. It was nothing. I was just talking to myself. The food is almost ready, so you can go to the table now. It won't take much longer. Okay, Koko. Thanks for letting me know. Koko made a friendly face and went back to the kitchen. I followed her for after a few seconds. Now come on, Protag, has Koko done anything wrong? Do you see a reason to run away? Come on, Protag. Come on, Protag, listen to me, I'm your inner head voice. I will guide you down the right route after I first guide you down the wrong route, so listen to me. Come on. Sit down, dear. I pulled out the chair and sat down at the table. I watched as Koko went from one place to another while she cooked, and put away the dishes until she finished. And here it is. A delicious dish to replenish the necessary strength for the rest of the day. Come on, eat. Thanks. It didn't look bad as usual. I took the first bite and it tasted pretty good on the palate. It's quite tasty, Koko. I didn't know you were such a good cook. Yeah, see, she's a good cook. She had long fingers. That's kind of a plus, I guess. They look like spiders. That part's a little iffy. Thanks, honey. I've always been good at cooking, even if it doesn't look like it because of my hands. Well, you're doing great. You're a box of surprises. Koko gave a little courtesy laugh, and we each continued eating with our eyes on our plates. I should break the silence. What can I say? Oh, with the, get me murdered. So we'll talk about anything else first, then I'll go back and I'll ask about Miroku. And then I'll go off asking about Miroku. Hey Koko, what do you usually do in your day-to-day life? I'd like to know you a little more. Know me more. Well, there's not much more to tell about me, either. I arrived here some time ago, and deep down I'm still adapting to this place, admit. It doesn't look much like where I used to live. After all, I didn't live with as many monsters around me before as I do now. Weren't there more monsters where you were before? There were. I myself was one of them, but they were not nearly as many and in such different forms as in this area of the city. We don't always get along, like you humans will. Ah! What are you talking about? For example, how to say it, there's a neighbor named Miroku who, ever since I got here, never gave me a good feeling. There's something about her that I don't like. Her aura is... Better forget it, honey. Do you like what I prepared? Sure, you're a great cook, Koko. What do you mean by strange aura? Koko, I'd like you to talk about more banal topics while we ate. Hey, honey. While I was cooking, I was thinking. I hear you. You have no one else to ask for help to turn to, right? All the people I know are probably still in my town, or I can't contact them. What do you ask? So you don't have anyone to turn to. What will you do when you get out of here? Well, the truth is that I had not stopped to think about much. I guess I go home and sort my stuff, and look for a job while I get by with my savings that I brought with me. Koko finished eating and pushed her plate away. I know you'll be scared, but in that case, why don't you let me be your friend? I think you want me something more than friends, Koko. My friend? Yes, your friend. Koko's tone seemed to change to a more serious one. And by the way, friends in monster language means marriage. Sign this contract. I was thinking that if you're alone, I could help you, Seiichi. Help me, how? Anyway, help me by keeping me like now? I don't know if I want more friendship with her. I have always been alone since my mother abandoned me, and I know what it's like to get to a place you don't know without having anyone to guide you. I could help you, Seiichi. I want to be your friend. I want to be by your side and give you a safe place here with me. Yeah, that sounds like marriage. With you, well, I hadn't stopped to think too much about it, and I really think you... Seiichi. Koko cut me off before I finished formulating the last words. You don't need to answer now. I just want to leave it on the table, and that you keep in mind my desire to be there for you. Monsters like me have a high sensitivity to be able to read the aura of people, and I know that you are different. I know that you and I look alike. I know I've always known. Go on. Well, it's time to clear up the dishes. Stay there. This time I'll take care of it too, honey. Koko got up and started clearing the table. What was that all about? Sometimes Koko confuses me too much. At times she seems hostile, that she's hiding something, and other times she almost seems like a being of light. I stared at Koko, but decided to ignore her comments and got up to help her. Alright, I'm gonna go back now and ask about Miroku. This might be a good time to ask about Miroku to find out what kind of person she is. Hey Koko, I know you're not dangerous and I know your true form, but what about your neighbors? As they are? My neighbors? Well, I don't hang out with them much. Not all demi-humans are social beings. Many move by mere instinct or selfish reasons. But yes, I know close to some. The upstairs neighbor is called Carol, and he is a half-bird like Hugo. You get an idea. Yes, I can already imagine what this Carol guy will be like. And what about the others? Others? I can only tell you about Miroku. That woman. Koko gave herself a small pause before continuing to speak. I know that woman. But there was always something I didn't like about her. Something about her aura makes me uncomfortable. What kind of being is Miroku? To be honest, I don't know. But similar to mine. It's closer to a kind of spirit rather than a monster. But I couldn't tell you more, honey. What is the sudden interest in my neighbors, especially another woman? Something happened while I was gone, honey? Gotta save my game! We're gonna lie, then we're gonna tell her what happened. And like I said, we're gonna go on, tell her what happened as a default. Not at all. Nothing happened, I was just curious. I see. Maybe I took a risk asking about Miroku. I hope I haven't raised any suspicions about her. Koko, I could you talk about more banal topics while we ate. Okay, let me reload. Tell her what happened. To be honest, yes. I hear you, honey. While you were gone, I heard noises outside and went over to listen out of curiosity. And well, a certain Miroku who claimed to be your neighbor came over to talk to me. And what did she tell you? What did you talk to her about? Nothing relevant, I suppose. She just greeted me and asked who I was. Seiichi, darling. If she told you something else, Just ignore her, okay? There's something weird about that woman, and I don't think she's trustworthy, okay? It's a promise. Promise me. Koko looked slightly worried, so I tried to lower her anxiety. Sure, Koko, don't worry. I know what intentions she would have of her, but I prefer to trust you before her. Thank you, Seiichi. It's important that you trust me if you want all this to end well. Oh! I wouldn't want anyone to do anything bad to you while I'm gone. Koko and I talked about more banal topics while we ate, skipping ahead again. Seiichi, honey, I already told you that you don't need to help me. It's the least I can do to thank you. I grabbed one of the plates and started washing it next to Koko. Monster girls love it when you wash dishes. You already do enough, even if you don't know it, Seiichi. Me? Koko covered her mouth to give way to a small swarm laugh in response. We were washing the dishes when... Hey, Seiichi. Before he finished the sentence, someone knocked on the door. Koko, are you there? It's Miroku. Wait. Koko went to the door and unlatched the lock to open it. Hello, Koko. How are you? Hello, Miroku. What brings you here? It's not normal to receive your visit. You see, today I lost my keys and... before that, can I come in? Come on in. Koko didn't seem very convinced. Hi. Wow. I see. Behind that voice came a woman. Her whole body looked normal, but her face... Who is he, Koko? He? He is an old friend I met yesterday, and he stayed the night. Wow, looks like you had a nice reunion. See, I told you. It's nice to meet you, Miroku. Although I was trying to be cordial and not raise unnecessary suspicions before Koko, the truth is that I had a hard time keeping my eyes on her face. Also, boy, what's your name? I'm Seiichi. Nice to meet you, boy. Hope you take good care of my Koko, huh? But Koko said you guys don't get along. Miroku, well, why did you want to see me? Oh, it's true. I lost my keys today again, and seeing as how clumsy I am with that damn door, I wanted to give you this. Miroku held out his hand and handed Koko some keys. There's spare keys in case I lose mine again. I hope you don't mind keeping them for me. We're neighbors after all. Sure, no problem. Anything else? That was it. I'll go now. Nice to meet you, Seiichi. If you also need anything, you just have to let me know, eh? If you're still around, I'll stop by again for tea and chat. Bye. Before she left, Miroku locked eyes with me on which one, and I flinched for a second. It was a second. I could feel something in her eyes that I couldn't explain. Miroku turned around and walked back the way he had come. That girl. I don't know what she was thinking, but how did she go back to tea? She was a strange girl without a doubt. Koko seemed to notice me annoyed by Miroku's presence. There was some friction between the two. Anyway, I'll go take a little shower to freshen up. You don't mind, do you, darling? Oh, of course not. No, now I'll finish cleaning dishes. Thank you, honey. You are a charm. I went to wash the dishes and she went to the bathroom. It didn't take long before I was done, when I decided to go to the bedroom again. I went straight to the wall and took a few little hits. Yo, sup? I heard small footsteps on the other side. Seiichi, are you... Oh wait, forgot. Hello, Miroku, were you busy? No, I wasn't busy. In fact, I was pondering the options we have. Really? Yes, Seiichi. I'll get you out of there, don't worry. I have to go prepare some things. We'll talk tomorrow. Do not worry. Thanks, Miroku, really. I heard the same footsteps moving away from the wall, and so I did the same lying on the bed. Koko shouldn't take much longer to get out of the bathroom, but... Honestly, I don't know who to trust or what to do. Both urged me not to approach, neither one nor the other. It seems like Koko has already left. As I thought about that duality, the door opened. Hey, Seiichi. Hello, Koko. How was the shower? Fine, thanks. Before that witch interrupted us, I wanted to continue talking to you. Whoa, with your fist. Witch. Sure, here I am. I hear you. Koko came over and sat next to me. What I was telling you before, about helping and welcoming you. Ah, yes, I thank you very much for the intention, but I think that for now the best thing would be for me to return to my home. No, Seiichi! Shut up! I'm taking control. I know and I understand. I'm not going to force you to stay here forever. He says that despite locking me in here. But when Miroku arrived, I felt something. There's quite a few instances where like the he and she's like flipped. I feel like that's a fairly common thing, and sometimes second language translations. Something. Whatever you felt. Danger. That woman is dangerous. You must not approach her. She could do something to you. Do you think she knows I'm human? You told her you were human. She knows, and she wants to have you alone. Exclusively for her. To all this, what is she? Earlier I also felt something in her gaze. Is she like that thing from like Dungeons and Dragons? I do not know. As I tell you, it is something similar to a spirit like me. But from the looks of it, she has something in her eye. Which one? In any case, don't stay alone with her, okay? Okay, I'll listen to you. After all, it is my own life that is in danger. Thank you, Seiichi. From what I see, I can't take my eyes off you, and I have to take better care of you. Do you want to go back to the living room and relax a bit while we watch a movie? I'd like that. Sure, I'm going now. Koko got from the bed and went straight to the main room. She was on the sofa and I sat next to her. She put her hand on my shoulder. I could feel her hair fall gracefully over my clothes. And so we spent the rest of the day together, watching movies, chatting, getting to know each other. In my head I kept turning everything over and over. Miroku, Koko. What are they actually supposed to be? Who is the friend and who is the enemy? Who lies and who shows her true intention? Just trust the thing that's like not killing you so far. I mean, yeah, there's a chance she's just salting the meat, but still, I mean, hey, it's fun till the end, right? Since it got dark, I thought it would be time to take a shower myself. Hey Koko, how about I go take a shower? Can I use it? Of course. Don't worry, I can go without problem. I got up and went to the bathroom. I left my clothes on the first free surface I saw and went under the water. Never gonna meditate on the best option available to me. Koko. Miroku? This whole thing is starting to bother me more than it should, because it must be so difficult. However, time continues to pass and I'm still here anchored. I have to start making a firm decision before it's too late. This is over. Yes, it should be over now. I'll make a decision now. What I choose at this point will be what my luck decides. But who should I trust? Neither. So here's the order I'm gonna go. We're gonna go Miroku, in neither, and then Koko. I think I should put Koko aside and trust Miroku. After all, she's the only one who hasn't tried to kidnap me. Ha! Now the question is, what will happen? How could she help me? Will she have any plans? I finished showering and went out to get dressed. Well, come on. So I'm assuming she brought a spare key for us to escape. I went back to the main room to warn Koko. I'm done, Koko. Thanks for letting me use your shower. You're welcome, honey. Did that little bath do you any good? Yes, I already feel a little more relaxed. That's great. I'm so glad, honey. I sat back on the sofa watching TV with Koko. Tell me, what did you think of the movie we saw? It was very good. I didn't expect you to like that kind of movie. There are many things you don't know about me, dear. Koko moved closer to me, and we both stared at the screen. Back then. Seiichi. Seiichi. Seiichi, honey, are you okay? Yes. I was talking to you, you didn't answer. Are you still tired or something, honey? No, I'm fine, it's just... Dear? Seiichi, come here. Come with me. Come. Seiichi! Koko, what's happening to you? You're worrying me. For some reason my vision blurred for a moment. I'm fine now, don't worry. I'm just tired. You're sure? Yes, Koko, everything is alright. If you say so. I'll take your word for it, honey. But don't hesitate to tell me anything, okay? Don't you feel like a monster? Not going down the Koko route? Yes, do not hesitate. I lay back a little better on the couch and Koko made room for me. I closed my eyes again once more. I heard a voice. Miroku's voice in my head. I couldn't ignore her. Seiichi, you must come. And there it is again. She's a hindrance. You must... She? You must come. Whatever it takes. Suddenly the sunlight dazzled me slightly. I'm out, but since when? Hey Seiichi, you finally got out, huh? Miroku, am I really out? Sure, the one person here has saved you. But how? Yes, I felt like a moment ago I was with Koko and... Were you? Of course you were. I was the one who talked to her. And she kicked you out of her house herself. It's a horrible monster, don't you think? Kick me out, why? It was easy to convince her. I told her that she knew everything and she went to the rage as if she were a demon herself. Putting that aside, do you see my eyes, innocent Seiichi? Yes, I see them. What's going on? With them, I can see the things that the rest cannot. I have seen inside you, and also inside her, Koko. I can put under my influence for a short period of time whoever dares to dispute my gaze. Miroku walked up to me very close. I have seen many things in you. Many things, without a doubt. You're quite interesting, you know that, Seiichi. All this... I don't know, I have many questions. I know. But yes, as for Koko, that woman, I was a bit scared when I looked inside her. You did not know? What? She... years ago. What's the matter? I feel more and more tired. Now, you're... as if I was in a... dream. What's going on? I'm in bed. I fell asleep, right? Has Koko carried me here? Has everything before been a dream? But wait, where is she? I got up from the bed and made my way awkwardly to the living room. Clumsily, I felt for the light switch by stroking the back of the wall. Koko? I looked for Koko, but she wasn't there. Koko, where are you? Ivor. Koko? Will she be out? But it's too late. My eyes went to the door and it was half open. The door. I quickly got out. Koko not being there with the door open like that gave me a bad feeling. This is... blood. Why is there blood here? Is it Koko's? What happened? Koko, where are you? Within that I saw in the same way what I guessed was Miroku's door. This doesn't look good at all. I approached Miroku's door with every part of me on alert. Koko, Miroku, are you here? I walked in slowly until... Koko. Those are some long fingers you got there, Koko. Oh, Seiichi. Have you woken up? Koko's gaze is penetrating and totally gone. Miroku's corpse on the ground. The little light that entered revealed a wall stained with blood. What happened? Koko, what have you done? Which was obvious, what I owed. Suddenly you fell asleep and you kept saying, Miroku, Miroku, Miroku. It was clear, honey. This witch made you fall into some spell. I had no choice but to root out the problem. You really pulled that root out. My legs gave out and I fell to the bloodstained floor. Koko, are you? Yes, darling. I'm crazy about you. But now no one will hurt you again. You see it? I was right. I will take care of you forever, as you did with me. Together, as fate would have it from the beginning. Koko wrapped her arms around me as she stabbed me with her pointed fingers. Now sleep again, honey. Sleep. Am I dead? Or am I? I mean, it's a bad end. Okay, and neither. Koko and Miroku. No, I can't trust either of them. They are both monsters. As she herself told me, many monsters cannot resist the primal urge that runs through their blood. I'm sure that despite everything, behind all those layers of kindness there is a bad intention. I have to get out of here already. Already. I don't care about anything else. It's my life that's at stake. I have an idea. It's desperate, but I'm at my limit. I got out of the shower and put my clothes back on. The plan was simple. Lock up... Nah, it's not gonna work. Lock up Koko. Take the keys and run without looking back. On paper it seems simple and difficult at the same time, but that's the only thing that comes to mind right now. I took a breath. Good, I'm ready. Koko. Koko, could you come, please? Seiichi, you're well. When I heard her footsteps nearby, I hid behind the door and took a hand mirror from the drawer. I was prepared to hit her whenever I got the chance. Seiichi, what happened? At that time I hit her on the head with all my strength, with no intention of killing her. I don't think you really quite control that. My blow hit her head squarely. Oh, she's gonna be pissed. Her body fell slumped to the ground and I took advantage of those seconds to get out. I blocked the door by putting the nearest piece of furniture in front of it. But then who's gonna save you from Miroku? I quickly searched for all of Koko's things to find the keys. Seiichi, what have you done? I kept looking and finally... here. I ran towards the entrance. I bolted the door again and ran. I ran without looking back. I ran and ran. Lots of ice fell on me, but I didn't care. Fear and adrenaline ran through my veins as well as my legs, until I stopped to rest on a small path away from the hustle and bustle. I'm exhausted. I need some air. I hope Koko is okay. I didn't mean to hurt her, you kinda did. I didn't mean to hurt her, but... Ara. What do we have here? A voice emerged from behind me. I clearly froze. That could mean my death. I turned. Are you lost, sir? She looked like a very young girl. She did not appear to have any monstrous traits. Her eyes are... Look at her eyes! Yeah, don't worry, I'm fine. I was just taking a break. Oh, I see. The girl approached. My heartbeat shot up. You come alone. And you're terrified, right? You reek of human and panic. I would think I would reek of human. No. Looks like I found a little lamb. Lamb? Yes, you. That girl. She pierced me with her hand in the stomach. I couldn't take my eyes off her. I was completely still. She started ripping my guts out as I lay on the ground. I'm sorry, Baga. What do you think was gonna happen? Alright, choose the Koko route. The intelligent one. As the water washed over my face and I was flooding the tide of doubt, an image came to me. She could have perfectly ignored me. She could have left me there even now. She could have killed me herself. But she hasn't. Yeah, she's making good meals. Almost like that time. Have I misjudged Koko from the start? I don't know. But it's true that she hasn't hurt me in any way, quite the contrary. Ever since I met her, all she's done is watch over me. She's made an effort to feed me. She has let me sleep on his own roof? Well, under her own roof. And she's even allowed me to use the shower. Yeah, I know it doesn't take away from the fact that she's locked me in here and won't let me out. However, she knows better than I do what this whole place is like. What if she really does it for my own good? I think I have to put aside my doubts and this anguish to trust Koko. I got out of the shower and started to get dressed. Miroku instead told me not to trust Koko. And Koko in turn told me not to trust Miroku. Maybe it's Miroku who tends to rip my guts out. And she was just fooling me like she warned me. Well, decided. Good choice. I finished dressing and went back to the main room. Koko. Hello, Seiichi. It seems that the shower's been good for you, right? In more ways than one. To be honest with you, yes. This has helped me clarify my ideas a bit. That's great, honey. I'm so glad. So are you calmer? Of course I am. And it's all because of you. To me. Why do you say that, honey? Because I have realized that since I have known you, you have watched over me and you have been very kind to me. Oh dear, you are so sweet. What else could I have done? Leave my dear Seiichi out in the open? Not even dream of it. Exactly. You could have, but you didn't. That's why I thank you. It's true that I have doubted your intentions a lot, but I will stop doubting from now on. I trust you, Koko. Thank you, Seiichi. It means a lot for me, really. Koko's tone seemed serious and pleased at the same time. And for my part, I feel like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Would you want to continue watching television for a while until dinner time? Sure, I'd love to. Koko nodded with a look of joy on her face. We both sank into the soft sofa for a long time. We spent the time looking at the screen, vaguely chatting about anything between laughs and jokes. I do not regret for now placing my trust in her. At times like this, her charm and kindness certainly skyrocket. So much so that sometimes I forget the detail that she is a monster. And so we spent the night. We had dinner and everything went on as normal. Seiichi, darling, we'd like to go to bed now. It's getting late. I'm afraid so. I'm starting to get tired. Do not talk more. Let's go to bed. Wait, where will I sleep? I can sleep here with me, of course. Yeah! But having more places to sleep, you don't have to... With me, Seiichi. It is already decided. What if someone walks in while you're sleeping and kills you? It would be terrible. Wait, can that happen? It's a possibility. Yeah, what if the paper ghost slips in between the cracks in the door? I believe. Anyway, come with me. Koko took me by my hand and led me into the room. I'll go to the bathroom for a second before going to bed, okay? Okay, honey. But don't delay. No, don't worry. This is bad, very bad. I know I said all that stuff about trusting Koko, but sleeping with her again? I mean, even though she's a monster, she's still a woman. I can't believe I feel uncomfortable about it. Just do it! Come on! Believe it yourself! Thanks, Mickey. There's no other option. No problem! Can you turn off the light for me, Seiichi? Sure. Following that little trace of light of my intuition, I lay down on the wind side of the bed. Are you comfortable, honey? Yeah, alright. And you? Do you need more space? No, but... I turned to see what was happening to Koko. Koko was looking at me the whole time. For some reason, meeting my gaze with hers, my heart raced. But at the same time, I felt in a small haven of peace. Hello, darling. Hello. What's the matter with you? Nothing serious happens to me, nothing simple. I just want to be close to you a little longer. That's it. Close to me? Like before on the couch? Something like that. Why do I feel so nervous? I've been with her all day, and now I feel like this. Tell me, Seiichi, how do you feel now? Now? Well, I'm fine, really. Really? I see you very nervous. Your heartbeat's a little off. How do you know that? Is it that noticeable to me, or is it your spirit instinct? Nothing of that. My intuition as a woman. I let out a small laugh next to her. Ha ha ha. I understand. You're not wrong either. I'm a little nervous. Why, Seiichi? Is there something that worries you? No, it's alright. Don't give it importance. It is okay, honey. Do you know? My house has always been a cold and dark place. Beings like me, many are hostile, selfish, wild, etc. And humans, on the other hand, are not very different from them, nor among their own species. But now even this bed feels like a warm, light-filled place. That's thanks to you, Seiichi. I don't think it's thanks to me, Yes, it is. It's all for you, because since you've been with me, I haven't felt alone again. Alone. Why do you say that? Don't you have friends like that Mantis, Hugo, or even Miroku? None of that, honey. This is something different. They and I are different beings. You should know too, right? Even you seem different from the rest. Without a doubt, you are a special person, and now you are my special person. Those words only made my heart race faster than it already was. What was that all about? Koko moved closer to me. Shall we try to sleep now, honey? Yes, that's fine. Good night. Good night, sweetie. Rest. I rolled over to try to sleep. For a few minutes we were both silent, until Koko took refuge in my back. I see I'm a little spoon. All this had me extremely nervous and excited for some obvious reason. But luckily it also generated so much tranquility and peace that I could close my eyes and sleep peacefully. And so another day passed while I was still trapped here, and lost. Or so I thought. I yawned loudly as I sat up in bed after waking up. I realized that Koko was not there. Koko, where are you? I didn't hear any noise from the adjoining room. How strange. Will she have come out? I headed to the main room. Koko, hello? I didn't receive an answer. Did you go and kill Miroku anyways? I noticed that there was a small note on the table. Seiichi, I woke up very early. I took the opportunity to go out and do some things. I'll be back soon. It seems that she has gone out. I guess I'll have some breakfast. I had a small breakfast while watching news on TV. When finished, I cleaned the things that I dirty. And now? Somebody knocks the door. I got a little closer and asked. Koko's not here. She's gone out. Seiichi, is that one really not here? No, it's out. Good, excuse me. The door opened to my surprise. Hey Seiichi, how are you? You still in one piece? Wait, how did you open the door? Koko's supposed to lock it. Exactly, it does. But you look what I have here, little Seiichi. Miroku showed me a key in her hand. Do you remember when I came to visit you yesterday? Yes. What does that have to do with it? I just stole a copy from the building janitor. Well, wow, it's still impressive. Right? But forget that, Seiichi. Do you not realize? It's our chance to escape with me. Sorry, I'm into long fingers, not multiple eyes now. Certain. What's the matter? You don't sound very convinced. Are you worried about that weirdo Koko? Yes, a bit. Don't worry, silly Seiichi. Watch how it went this morning. I don't think she'll be back here for a while. It's our chance. But, to be honest, I didn't trust Miroku. Koko warned me that was not what it seemed, and now I was alone with her. Tell me, Seiichi, do you know who Koko really is? What do you mean with that? Hasn't she told you? Huh. You can ask when she gets back if you don't want to come with me. But I'm warning you, boy. I will not go back one more time. What do you know about her? Me. Can't you see my eyes? I can see things that you don't, and I have seen it all. A big part of me wanted to go out, but the other I remembered Koko with concern. Shut, someone gone up. Get your footsteps as far from the door. Sure, perception is my best skill. Tell me, what are you gonna do? I believe. I think I'll stay here with her a little while longer. It's a shame. I don't know what that woman did to you, but we'll see if you think the same when you find out the truth. And when that happens... Miroku came dangerously close to me in an intimidating tone. I won't be your friend anymore, Seiichi. Bye. You just wanted to eat me for yourself. Miroku left quite upset, but probably in an actually flirty way. But what does she mean by the truth? Is Koko hiding something from me? That's when I remembered. Since I've been here, there's a memory that comes to my mind all the time. I wanted to go check if Koko had anything to do with it, but if Miroku heard footsteps, she's probably about to come back. Now curiosity kills me. Hopefully not literally. It didn't take long for the door to open and Koko to appear. Seiichi, honey, are you awake? How did you sleep? Hello, Koko. She seemed to sense some hesitation in my tone, and her mood turned from joy to concern. You're well. You seem worried. Should I tell her what happened? We'll do Miroku, and then we'll do Ask Directly afterwards. Well, you see. I hear you, honey. Shortly after waking up, Miroku asked if you were home. Telling her no, she went inside. Apparently she stole some keys from your door. And she invited me to go with her, but I refused. In doing so, she told me that you were hiding something from me. The truth. Koko's face changed to one of sadness, which made me feel anguished. Could you hear me, Seiichi? I'll tell you everything, but don't hate me. In agreement? So I reloaded, because I think that's where I was going to branch. Ask her directly. Well, ever since I got here, I've had a recurring dream. I'm sure it has nothing to do with it, but there's something you're hiding from me, Koko. For some reason, I feel like, I don't know, something has bothered me ever since I've been here. I see. Tell me, Seiichi, you don't remember anything? Remember? I'll tell you everything, but don't hate me, in agreement? Okay, what's the matter? Koko began to tell me a story, something that I forgot. Do you remember our conversation the other day, where I told you that I lived in a forest? Yes. Well, the day my mother abandoned me, I ended up crying completely lost in that place. I was totally heartbroken. Until a little boy bumped into me. That boy, despite being lost like me, calmed me down and took care of me until we could return. But me being what I am, the adults of the town disowned me. Wait, do you remember, honey? Then you... Yes, I am that girl, and you were the one who saved me. After the adults kicked me out and away from you, I promised to wait for you. All the other monsters I ran into, and the people who disowned me, they were all insignificant. That's why I was waiting for you, in that place. When the adults said that something dangerous was lurking in the woods, they mean you. I guess so. But that's what happened. Since then I've been waiting for you, and secretly protecting you. Nice. When I heard you were coming to town in a while, I decided to come here before you. And the day you arrived, seeing you lost, I couldn't help but think that it would be a perfect opportunity. The opportunity to meet you again. But you didn't seem to know who I was, something logical after so long. Tell me, Seiichi, do you hate me? Do you hate me for hiding this from you? I really don't know what to think right now. Why would I hate you? I was having a hard time digesting all that information, but now that recurring dream made sense. Is that all you've kept from me? Yes, Seiichi. I don't hide anything else, I promise you. I feel a bit cheated, but... The small calm of the night ended, and it was once again a storm of questions in my head. I felt betrayed, but I couldn't help but think that if Koko was that girl, we had known each other for a long time. And to think that since then, she was waiting for me, it made me feel that despite that lie, I had to be understanding. Seiichi, I'm sorry. It's okay. Seriously, don't worry. I guess you had your reasons for not telling me, but you've done it. Koko's face seemed to be on the verge of tears, so I didn't want to worry her more than necessary. Calm, I'm not hurt or angry, okay? Really? I promise. Her face seemed to relax a little more at my words. And as if this was all she was hiding, it is Miroku who has tried to lie to me and turn me against her. Seiichi. Koko hugged me tightly. Nice. Forgive me. Forgive me for lying to you like that. But I've longed so much for all this time to have you with me. I felt so alone without you, because I know that you are the only one who can understand me. Koko. I was somewhat shocked by that sudden hug, but I reciprocated by hugging her back. Let me be like this. At least a little. Sure. I put my arms around her and we stayed like that for a while until everything calmed down. Hey Koko, tell me, where'd you go so early today? Oh, I forgot to tell you. I've been looking for a relatively safe path for you. A path? Yes. a road that fewer demi-humans pass through. Although the safest thing is that I accompany you for what may happen. Then I'll be able to return to the human part of the city without problems. Could be. It all depends on what you want to do from now on, Seiichi. Whatever I want to do. Yes. Do you remember my proposal? I want to be with you. I want to be your support and refuge in this place. But I can't keep you here forever, right? That's why. I'll leave the decision to you, honey. To leave or to stay with me. Knowing that I might be back was great news, but somehow I was already getting used to Koko's company. And those fingers. Let's do something. You don't have to give me an answer now. Take as much time as you need throughout the day, okay? When you're ready, I'll take you down that path. And it's up to you to decide if you'll come back to me or not. Okay, it's good. I'll think about it. Just do it, Seiichi. And so the hours passed. The day was beginning to draw to a close. And I was still without an answer to something that seemed so obvious. Why was I hesitant so much if from the beginning all I wanted was to get out of here? The day passed in the blink of an eye. Koko said to go at dawn, so she proposed that she get some sleep before leaving. As I lay in bed, among so many questions, vague images came to my head. I've been scared ever since I got here, but thanks to her. Seiichi dear, I opened my eyes. Were you sleeping, darling? Yes, a little, sorry. No, don't apologize. It's what you wanted. You must be rested before we leave. Have you dreamed something nice in this time? Yes, I dreamed of you. The memories that I have by your side. I understand. I really understand you. I haven't stopped dreaming of you since we met. For me, having you just like this is the best of my dreams, honey. Because I love you, Seiichi. From the first moment. You managed to save the heart of a monster. Nice. That's only done by the great heroes of a story, don't you think? And in that story, you are the protagonist with me. That is why, now it will be up to you to decide whether to put an end to it, or continue to be, darling. Koko's words overwhelmed me, but made me feel very welcomed by her warmth. Your face with no creepypasta long finger monster GF. Koko really was a good girl, ever since I met her despite her nature. I can only thank you for everything, Koko. I don't think I really mean that much to you. You have always been, Seiichi, but we go. It's time for you to get up and get ready for us to go, honey. Koko came over and kissed my forehead gently. I'll be waiting for you outside. We both get up. She left and I stay on the edge of the bed for a few seconds. So it's time to make the real decision about a question that I wouldn't even have asked myself before, huh? I stood up. I got ready and I left the room. Perhaps for the last time. Ready? Yes, let's go. Before leaving, I took a little look back with some nostalgia. I wonder why I felt so unsettled about it. Go. I was finally out of that house. Seiichi, come. Koko grabbed my hand tightly. Listen to me. From this point on, don't let go of my hand. And what happens, understood? Nice. Understood. Well, come on, honey. We walked for a while through the streets. Some strange man or being would stare at us curiously. But nothing more, luckily. For a while we did it in silence. You were scared. No, if you're with me, I know nothing will happen. Thank you, Seiichi, for trusting me. She gripped my hand tighter and we kept walking. This site is... Yes, it's where we first met. There's not much left to get to where I told you. We can continue, or if you want, we can rest for a few minutes. Do not worry, I'm fine, we can continue. It's fine. A roar like that time echoed from the old tunnel. From fright, I lost my balance. Ow! Without meaning to, I clumsily collided with someone behind me. Oh. Excuse me, did I hurt you? No, I'm well. It was my fault for being so clueless, I'm sorry. It was my fault for not looking behind me, sorry. Do not worry about anything, bye. Seiichi, what happened? Who was that girl? I just tripped and accidentally hit her. It's okay. Goodness. Be careful and hold on tighter to me, okay? Oh, that girl. She looks familiar to me. Do you know her? No, my imagination. Forget it. Let's keep going. It wasn't long into our hike that we stopped again. We were almost there. And that's it. From here, you should no longer fear for anything or anyone. You're right. I can see more humans nearby since a while ago. Thank you very much, Koko. For in spite of everything, taking the trouble to find this way for me and bring me. You don't have to thank me, Seiichi. It's always been a pleasure for me to take care of you. But now, you have to make a decision, honey. I know. Have you had time to think? Remember that even if I want you to stay with me, I will respect any decision you make here, and now. So don't feel pressured. Do what you want, okay? And don't forget either, Seiichi, that I really love you, from the first second to the last. Koko seemed nervous, and to be honest, I was starting to feel bad about having so much responsibility on my shoulders. It was up to me to decide what would become of myself, and of her as well. From both. All this started by an apparent chance that has ended in this. Perhaps fate is capricious. Now all those questions are unnecessary. I must choose my path. Put an end or a beginning. I will choose. So, the choice I obviously want to do is stay with Koko. But, we're gonna have to do bad ending first. So, say goodbye to Koko. Koko, I think I can't do it. I can't stay here because I suck. I don't stop being in danger and... because I suck. Don't worry, Seiichi. As I told you, I understand perfectly. Really? Of course, do not worry. Koko's tone seemed sad and annoyed at my decision. I would be too! Then I'll go back to my real home. If you come around here, come see me, okay? I will do it. Goodbye, Seiichi. And so I guess this little story ends. After asking some passerbys for directions to my house, I managed to get there. Despite her kindness, she and I are still totally different. It's sad, but I've done what's best for us. Yeah, that's right. Bad end. Say goodbye to Koko, stay with Koko. Her name was Koko. And my decision is... Koko-ai. Nice. I want to be by your side. I don't want to leave you behind. Seiichi, honey. Are you serious? Yes, Koko. I think remembering who you were and everything you've been doing for me. All that set of things has only made me have more and more appreciation and affection for you. I wouldn't want to put an end to my story with you. Seiichi. Koko seemed very emotional, almost on the verge of tears. You don't know how happy it makes me to hear that, Seiichi. I'm so happy. So, will you let me stay by your side a little longer? Sure, honey. Now we will always be together. I promise. I love you, Seiichi. Me too. I love you, Koko. Good. Well, it's time to go home, don't you think? Let's go. Koko took my hand once more, and together we walked back home. To our new home. Later that same night. Honey, you know? Right this very moment here with you. I don't need anything else. All these years of waiting, hoping that we would meet again. It has certainly been worth it just to be with you again. Koko came close to my lips and gave me a sweet kiss. We will never be apart again. Now activate those hands. No, I will always be by your side. Forever. And so my days in this place initially became chaotic. Now these days mark the beginning of a new story in which this time, I will not walk alone. Despite the risk, I feel that by her side, we will be able to overcome everything no matter what. Good end. It was a romance story all along! So here's the credits really quick if you just want to read it. Like it says here, this is our first visual novel they ever created. At least in Renpi, anyway. Yeah, anyway, that's it for Koko. So like I said, I think partway for the playthrough, this developer has a newer visual novel kind of game out. Looks a little bit more advanced. I have not played it yet. I'll probably get to it eventually someday, but I usually like give pause before I play creators of games. It's kind of like a variety of a slice of life thing. So I was attracted to Koko because the weird fingery, spider-like fingers is a very interesting thing. It's kind of very scary. Like, it gets that creepy crawly kind of thing kind of going off in the back of your mind. And this is just I'm a little bit superficial sometimes when I pick games. The way her face is kind of like cracked and stuff like that, yeah, it's like a bit of like a moe trait. I think there's a certain character from Elden Ring, I won't go too much into that, who also has a bit of a cracked face, and I feel like that's a desirable trait sometimes when you're looking for like certain kinds of anime girls. So I was like, oh, I mean, horror, monster girl, she got a little interesting gimmick on. All right, give it a try. And I think for someone's first visual novel, it's actually pretty decent. It's not necessarily great. You can tell it's someone's kind of first work, and I'll get to the points of where I'll notice like the weaknesses and whatnot. So as a romance story, as far as making just kind of like a warm story where like outside the one bad ending, Koko is just a good person. You're not just here to secretly kill us, etc., etc., which is nice. It's a story that makes you go like feel like the Doki Dokis and etc. I actually liked it very much in that end. And even the horror end's not too bad. Like, she is creepy looking when she starts doing her thing. But your weak points are, I'm not gonna say quite exactly the pacing, because it's about like an hour to 2 hours long. It's about the right size for a little free visual novel. And it wasn't too terribly padded. But I would say the horror parts we did get were fine. They were good. Like seeing the mantis, because mantis, you know what mantises are, that's kind of scary. Even just seeing a giant one, because you know like what mantis could really do to you if it was a giant. Seeing the Koko murder the other monster, seeing the other little monster murder us, the one girl with the eyes that just went like blacked out. The horror parts are fine. It's a little too bad that there isn't more of it. Like, I would have liked to see Koko in her monster form more often. Or to see the one-eye monster in a more monstrous form also. Like, really just lay it on. And I consider myself a little bit of somewhat of an expert when it comes to the monster girl field. There is a few works out there. This creator could have even have read them or seen them, where there is a kind of dangerous protective monster girl romance going on. And I don't mean like the goofy romance comedy kind of stuff. I mean like the more horror-leaning stuff. So in a lot of those works, you do eventually get the kind of money shot of like you see the really monstrous true forms. So that's to say, it's pretty important that those come out. And pretty early too. I mean, we saw Koko's pretty early, but that's just what I mean. Like, you need those bites here and there to kind of contrast against the romance. By all means, it happened towards the end, but like that's what I say, you need to be spread out a little bit. And that would have also given the side characters some more time to shine. So you would also establish, say, setting and a bit of a thing of like, all right, here's what these monster people are like, etc., etc. Now, like I said, this is their first kind of like little free work. I'm not sure if their latest work they've actually rectified all those problems. Like maybe it's like very tight in like the horror pace. Can't say, but at least that's my thoughts of Koko anyway. Final note, I am curious if she is supposed to be the rake. Because like I said, the old creepypasta of the rake, it was just a weird monster that lived in the woods. But that's the only thing I can think of that has like longish fingers and lives in the woods. I don't know. Maybe it's just, a cool gimmick. Anyway. So, thank you all for watching me play Koko. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.